Next up is the movie Wonder. Now, it was a movie that I had no intention of watching. My wife wanted to see it. I watched it with her. It was like her turn to pick or something, which for some reason is more often than my picks, but she's a pregnant lady, so might as well keep her happy, right? It's the small things, folks. But I actually wound up liking the movie. It was very touching. It was about this little kid that's deformed facially. He had like 100 facial reconstruction surgeries when he was born. He's like a, I don't know, 8, 9, 10-year-old in the movie, and it just shows him, you know, he was homeschooled for all his life by his mother, which is played by Julia Roberts, and which I love, by the way. You know what I like her from? My favorite chick flick of all time that I'm not ashamed to admit, which is My Best Friend's Wedding. From that movie, like, I've always like thought Julia Roberts was super dope. But yeah, she's the mother. Owen Wilson is the father. There's a daughter that's older, and I don't know her name. And then the little kid, my wife looked it up, and it's played by, you know, he's deformed in the whole movie, you know, his face and shit, which is all makeup and stuff. So I don't know like who it was, but it was the little kid that was in the movie Room, that was like stuck in the room, kidnapped or whatever. I've spoken about it in the past. I'm sure you guys have seen it. If not, check it out. Really good movie. But it's that same kid. It was like, oh shit, that's crazy. And then the voice sounded, because it's like narrated, which you guys know I'm a sucker for in like movies and shows and shit. And once you looked it up, I was like, oh shit, yeah, it is him. It's the same voice. Anyway, so this kid is transitioning from, you know, being homeschooled and having this deformity to going into, I guess, elementary school, but maybe it was junior high. I don't remember exactly. Maybe, I don't know, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. And shows like how rough it was for him. It's a touching movie, and you like root for the kid the entire time. Something that I thought was really cool, really my favorite part of the movie was the fact that it tells a story from different points of views. So it starts off like with the kid narrating it, and you know, shows you the movie like through his eyes, through his point of view. Then it switches to the mother, and then the mother's narrating, and she's saying like how she sees shit from like her vantage point. Then the father, and then the sister, then the best friend, and then you kind of get into these people's worlds where they're all characters that were introduced beforehand, and you've seen them, but from the point of view of like the little kid, or like of the mother, or like whomever, right? And like the older sister has a best friend that is it was always like a childhood best friend or whatever. They're in high school now, and she's like stopped talking to her, and she's being a bitch with her and stuff like that. And you're like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? And then it tells a story from the best friend's point of view, and the mother and the father got divorced. The mother started like drinking like crazy, and she had to like become the mother of the mother type of situation. And she like starts like breaking down and crying, and admits, like, while the story's in her point of view, that she has been being a bitch to the best friend because she like envies her life and how she has like a happy family, and she longs for that, and she misses when she was part of her family, and now dealing with all this shit, and she's unfairly taking on her friend and stuff like that. So you like empathize with each of the characters in the film because of that choice of telling it from different points of view, and I thought that was pretty cool. So if you're into like a nice, heartfelt, well-told story, check out Wonder.